things in life, but God chooses where we spend eternity. I mean, it would be nice if God let us choose our life the way we go and choose our meals, right? We order our entree and the waitress says you get 2 sides of that. What do you want? Well, I'll take some musical skills today, thank you, along with my life, God. But hold the fast metabolism. You can keep that. Wouldn't it be nice to pick and choose what we want, and how we want to look, and how we want to act, and all that stuff? But yet let God choose where we spend it. When it came to our life here on earth, we were not given a voice. We were not given a vote. We were not given a choice. Were we? I've often asked myself in years past, why was I born? And I've had several things. To these parents, in the United States, and on and on and on. I've asked those questions for years and years in the past. Wow. But we didn't get a choice. But when it comes to life after death, we were given a choice. I don't know about you, but that seems like a pretty good deal to me. God, you choose everything else about my life here on earth, but I get to choose where I'm going to spend eternity. We've been given the greatest privilege in the world, that privilege of choice. And to be able to choose where we will spend eternity. Not only does that offset any injustice that we feel like we've accomplished or accumulated in this world, but it also offsets any mistakes that we made in this past life. Think about the thief who repented again. What do we know about it? Not much, really, do we? Don't know much about it. We know he made some bad mistakes in life. We know that he chose bad morals. We know that apparently he chose the wrong crowd, the wrong behavior. So would we consider his life a waste? A lot of people might consider his life was a total waste. Is he spending eternity reaping the fruits of all the bad choices that he made? No. No. In fact, just the opposite. He's enjoying the choice, the fruits of one good choice. Of one good choice. In the end, all of his bad choices were done away with, they were redeemed, they were whitewashed, they were counseled by the single good choice. I would submit to you this morning that each one of us in here has made some bad choices. Poor choices. We've chosen the wrong friends. We maybe have even chosen the wrong career. Maybe even chosen the wrong spouse at some point. We can look back over life and say, if only. If only I could make up for those bad choices in my life. You can. Just like the thief on the cross, one good choice for eternity offsets thousands and thousands of bad choices here on earth. And that choice is yours. The choice is yours. How could 2 men see the same person, Jesus Christ, one choose to mock him and the other choose to pray to him? I don't know the answer to that question. I just posed it to you. I don't know. But they did. It's the demon. And when one prayed, Jesus loved him enough to save him. And when the other one mocked, Jesus loved him enough to let him. Power of choice. He allowed him the choice. And he does the same for you. By now you know that it's your choice and yours alone as to what you'll do for the rest of your life. Let me tell you that it's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, a waste of effort for you to wait to live for some future time when things will be different. Believing that as soon as you're older, or richer, or more educated, then all will be well. Futile decisions. It's just as futile to live in the past when you said, I used to be able to do this when I was younger, when I was stronger, when my spouse was living, or before my marriage, or before my divorce, or before my surgery, or before my heart attack, or we could go on before everything. It's futile to live in that world as well. I ask you today, what choice will you make? Let me close with this thought. Saying that probably each one of us in here have heard, I used it either last week or the week before. I wasn't sure who made the statement, and I looked it up this week, and there's really not a consensus on who made it. It's generally accepted that it was assigned to Edmund Burke, a British parliamentarian in the late 1870s. And the saying is this: the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is that good men do nothing. The only thing necessary for evil to triumph is that good men do nothing. I got thinking about that, and they said they couldn't find out really who definitely it could be attributed to, but they thought it was him. I submit to you today as a thought that it really came from the words of Christ himself. Because in John's Gospel, chapter 3, and we know what verse 16 is, we even may know what verse 17 is. But I'm going to read 16 and 17, and then I'm going to read verse 18, and see if you don't see a connection. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, the only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Verse 17. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Now, verse 18. He that believeth not on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. In other words, you don't have to do anything to go to hell. You don't have to do anything for evil to triumph, which is what Statement says. The only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. The only thing necessary for you to go to hell is to do nothing. But you know, when you do nothing, you've made a choice. When you decide to do nothing, you make a choice. This is a message not only about salvation, but it's a message about choices we make in life. Like I said, we make good ones, we make bad ones. I shared with many of you that 11 years ago, I had the choice of leaving my secular job and going into the ministry full time, and I chose to stay in secular work. I also shared with you that as soon as I made that choice, conditions at my work went 10 years. Made the wrong choice. So it's choices about life in general, but specifically it's choices about life eternal. Bow your heads for me. We're all guilty of making wrong choices, bad choices, poor choices, as well as good ones. But you have an opportunity this morning to make another choice, and it's the most important choice you'll ever make in your life. Whether you accept Jesus Christ into your life as your Savior or not. God can give you the assurance this morning. Let me share one thing with you, a conversation I had with an individual a few weeks ago. See, sometimes preachers take things for granted. They assume that everybody knows certain things. The statement was this: I can't bring myself to ask God into my heart and my life, even though I love Him, I want to serve Him, because I know of all the things I've done wrong in my life, and I'm going to have to stand before Him one day and give an account of it. When we stand before God as a child of God, our sins have already been forgiven. They'll never be brought up before you once again. When you stand before God as a child of God, it's to receive your rewards, not punishment. I'm going to open up the altar now for all who can and all who will. And if you want special prayer, I just ask you to let me know so I can pray with you. I won't embarrass you. I won't make a spectacle of you. I want you out. But you can leave here today with the assurance